Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. Midday money on a Saturday, the 8th of March. Hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome to the show. Good morning, afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for popping by. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell on here. Winners and whiners, picks and parlays. There are free pick videos on those channels as well. That's why I say notification bells. If you're on the Sean Higgs channel, subscribe to all three. P&P winners and whiners, they're just sister channels, same kind of things. But the Sean Higgs channel is my own channel. I do some more live stuff on there, especially with we're gonna have day games next week with these bigger tournaments, midweek, plus baseball. We'll rip out some 80s wax packs and some new era here 2025 tops and that nonsense. So that's on the Sean Higgs channel. So I appreciate if you just follow them all. Cost you nothing to follow a channel. Twitter, I'm Mr. Sean Higgs. Come say hello. And of course, after the fact, you can watch on YouTube or podcast, iHeartRadio. I loaded up the Look at Lines last night. It's on iHeart. If you don't know iHeart, wherever you got your podcasts, Midday Money's there. So why not? I got a nice $13.45 deposit for the last 4 months. So that's keeping me rolling into cash on the podcast forums. Anyway, 5-5 yesterday here in college basketball in the video. 217 and 200. Not good in the free pick. We got work to do here the next couple weeks here to salvage the free picks here. Now the site picks yesterday, I go 3-3, and that's the way the week plus. It's been a rough week and a half. Hey, listen, I lose sometimes. Is it a nice year overall? I mean, I'm not complaining. We have 355 wins. 100 games over 500 there, 57%, I guess. Whatever. Listen, we're number one in money plus 5,700, but I mean, a week and a half ago we were at 7,000. Now we're at 57, down a little bit. It is what it is. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I got 4, 5, 7 games today, and this is, and I hate dwelling on like a close loss, this and that, because they've really been adding up especially the last 2 Thursdays. I mean, last 2 Thursdays 5-16, and 9 of those have been half to 2-point losses. That's tough pill to swallow. So today I'm looking. Marquette took them yesterday minus 125. Yeah, what's that line at? 4? They're minus 190. Can I get a little win on that one? Mizzou minus 4.5. It's 6.5. Notre Dame 2.5. Even a 3. It's up to 4. Can I catch one of these? Can I catch all 3 of these today instead of losing them like I haven't? Let's we're gonna fire out a bunch of picks here today. We're gonna wrap up the OVC. The first winner, the first conference champion will be crowned today. The OVC taking that title here. Got a little rock action going here. I saw today somebody came in with a Southland pick, and where's the Saturday? Who do we got here, OVC? Is this Southeast Louisiana? And SIUE getting it done. So I'm like, fella, there's 13 conferences here to choose. You picked 8. You picked 8 of the 13. So he missed out on a couple. But Southeast Louisiana here and SIUE. the 1 and 2 seeds. At least they're not a bid stealer out of the OVC. Someone is deserving. They were the 2 best teams in the conference this year. I didn't bet this game. Anyway, let's get into these picks here. Canisius plus 12.5. Niagara plus the 3.5. Siena plus the 3.5. Fairly Ridiculous plus the 9.5. Camp Bell, we're laying 140 here. Not 140 points. That'd be a whole lot, and I'd be worried about laying 140. But we'll go money line here with Campbell. Let's go Camels. Get it done. VMI plus 10.5. New Hampshire plus 14.5. Kennesaw plus 4.5. Sacred Heart plus 4.5. Kansas, big school for those big school folks. Minus the 4. Boy, you better win here, Kansas. Duke minus 9.5. Binghamton plus 7. Sacramento State plus the 4. Twitter world, if you are on the Twitter, the plays are posted. If you haven't followed me, you haven't. Well, I picked up 6 followers since I said the other day. So we are closing in on some 4,700. So we'll see how that works out. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get to the comments, and then we'll have ourselves a nice little Saturday. Michael B's in the house. Keep it classy with the Hickster. You know, Lex, we got all that class. It's low class, but we got a bunch of it. Stop Joe's in the house. 4-legger. Texas Tech, Euclid, Javier, and Creighton. Listen. You know me. Best way to go 3-1 is put in a 14 parlay, Gio. We'll see how it does. Good luck today. 3-1 night, South Dakota, Illinois, and whoever played Marshall lost to Boise. I blame you. Can I get Boise, Mississippi? I blame you for that. That was all on you. I said you came over and you cost me the Boise game. No. You cost me that game. I didn't cost you. You cost me. Because the last 2 times you're like, oh, this is too many points. I got to take New Mexico. I got to take Utah State. And then all of a sudden you flip after I tell you. Terrible. Terrible, Mike. Thanks. Channel dono options. There should be there. Where are you watching it, Alex? You on the Sean Higgs channel? You're on Sean Higgs, they have it. I don't know where you're watching, Lex. The Sean Higgs channel has a whole, you could join them for a month. Lauren's in the house. Let's go undefeated today. Well, listen, every day I think I'm undefeated. I wake up, I put the games in. I'm like, hey, we are undefeated today. Then they play, and then we get results. You know, top tier, low class. Lex, you know how we roll. There is the Sean Higgs channel. Winners and whiners, PMP. JK is in the house. Michael likes Furman, money earning Furman today. Why is Stanford going to beat them this time? I like Stanford today. Bama plus 8. This is their roll. The road dog. Arizona money line against Kansas. Get it out of here. And Duke so far. You know, I'm not a big Kansas guy. And especially we were, on the road. I was like, what? How are they favored on the road? We don't want to do this, But here at home, I don't know, man. Maybe they show a little bit up. Now, again, I put them out here in the video today. I couldn't swallow to take them myself, but the fact that the line's going up, I think I'm on the right side of this game, right? It's moved up here since last night. Whereas I can't even. There's 150 games today. How many games are going today? We have a plethora of college basketball. And also with all these games, it's not like a usual Saturday with like 100 games on the board or whatever's left, 90-something. You got teams that are getting ready for the tournament. This is a tough day here. Lauren says he took Drexel today, K-State over, Sacred Heart, and Davidson. I like the Sacred Heart. Sacred Heart is in the chat. So you went Drexel. Who's the Drex have? Elon? The Dragons? That's a pick on there, right? And Davidson. It's a little end this season and wrap up versus the Bonnies. Remember how good the Bonnies were to start the year covering for us? Fella. You like that fella? Love that. Lock it in with the King is here. King D says, got 3 plays going today. Major, nothing major. Yeah. I kind of always flat play them most of the time, so I understand. Michael B, I do kind of want to lay with Iowa State. Usually have K-State at home, but I don't know. Kind of like Texas -4 versus Oklahoma. Sooners versus Missouri, I think Texas bounces back off bad loss. I don't think Texas is a good team. I almost threw the Sooners in here as a freebie. King D's taking Harvard. Here we go with the Ivy. I told you last night when you came in the show, I'm like, you could take enjoy the Ivy all you want. Harvard, home dog, take them money line. Why not? Roy's in the house. Elon, okay. Cornell first half. Mizzou and the over. Mizzou and the over, sure. Well, I'll jump in right with you there. Cornell against Columbia first half. What do you like? Like a 5 there, 6? And I like Elon. I want to take the Explorers of LaSalle, the L train. Lionel Simmons. That's my LaSalle. I'll always bring up Lionel Simmons and the L train for LaSalle. St. Joe's. It's 11. This was 8.5 yesterday. This was 8.5. It's 11.5 now. If it's 11.5, take them at 11.5. By the way, what are you talking about? You're the one that said they were going to lose. I told you not to put that out in the world. Well, I put it out there because you jumped on the team. You jumped on my Boise play. After saying, no, too many points the last 2 games. Now, I'm 2-1. You're 1-2. But I should be 3-0. You had to come in here with your and put the kibosh on it. Wife and kids are at the mall. I choose college basketball. Yeah, my daughter's got a party tomorrow, so she's going to go. Who am I kidding? They'll probably wait for me to go shopping. Stop, Gio. Hey, do you think it is the upset? Who do you think gets upset out of your 4-legger? I kept the games, and those are some favorable matchups. Never bank on a parlay. I mean, yeah. I mean, come on. You need to go 4-0. 4-0 in a parlay. Let's see here. I'm going to write them down here. Let me write them down what you got here. Texas Tech, UCLA, X, and Creighton. Let's see who these guys are playing. Creighton versus Butler. Money line. You're home. You should win. All right. Creighton should be a win for you. Creighton should be a win. Let's go to these other batch of games here with, let me see if I can find Texas Tech, Xavier, UCLA. There's Xavier against Providence, 10-point favorite at home. Again, you're favored by 10. I mean, you're going to lose that one. When you're a 10-point favorite, you should be able to hold on to a win. UCLA and Tech. UCLA versus USC again, 10-point favorite. Texas Tech on the road. I mean, that's where I'm not happy. I'm going to call any 10-point favorite out. It's going to be the road team. It'll be the roadie that gets called out. Harvard Moneyline versus Dartmouth for Stop Geo. Here we go. I could do Harvard at home. We are home. It's worth it. With the King D on Harvard. Yeah, it's on you, Mike. You jinxed us. You're welcome, Gio. Nick, Crane is the only one of those 4 that is shaky. The rest, you can lock it up. Crane at home is shaky, laying 10. I don't know about that one. I kind of like that one better than I like Tech on the road. mean, laying 10 on the road, Nick? Yeah, I don't cash out. Lex, go to the Sean Higgs channel? There's a dono on the Sean Higgs. Nick thinks that Creighton is the one that's going to be suspect. I think it's the road team that's suspect. I'll always think the road team's more suspect than the home team given 10. South Dakota, Omaha. These guys. Let's head out here to the Summit. I had 2 Summit losers yesterday because I'm a big loser. North Dakota State up 6.5. South Dakota State up 5.5. Both of them go down. Wonderful. Listen. They just won a game. I'm not going to tell you not to take a little dog here. I just don't. The thing is, because I missed the dog yesterday, I was on the favorite. I like the other side. I thought, we got a little favorable matchup here. Let's take the fave. And lo and behold, the doggy comes through. I will say again here, I kind of like the dog again. I like them. And again, meaning they won yesterday. So I'll say I think they could win again today. Let's South Dakota for me. Let's go Coyotes. I'll take the 5. Good luck, Gio. Scotty. He's back. He's changing his name up. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. Do you want me to start singing? Listen, I'm versatile. Mississippi Valley at home playing Jackson State. Mississippi Valley. Mississippi Valley is very bad. They're not a good team. And these guys aren't even in – this isn't even tournament time for these cats either. This is just regular season action. We're in regular season mode still here in the SWAC. They lost by 50 the last time they played them, by the way. You're getting 22. You really want to go this route? I watch Arizona State all year. They're good in the first half, laying down in the second half. They're not a good team, Arizona State. But my point of the contention was if I'm laying 10 points and if I think team's going to get upset, is the 10-point home favorite more likely to get upset than a 10-point road favorite? Arizona might say, they might show up and be like, you know what? Our coach is getting fired. We come out with a rare good game at home here. They're not a good team. Look at this. 5-8 at home. What is that about? Texas Tech needed overtime to beat them at home. Texas Tech was, here we go. They were 16-point home favorite over this team and had to go to overtime to beat them. So, yeah, that's not a game I'm looking. You think that's the easy game? Let me start singing. Central Connecticut, Cornell minus 10.5. I'm opposite of that Central Connecticut right there because you see it in the chat. We got who's that? Hampshire or no? FDU plus 9.5. And Cornell, I would go opposite of Cornell. I'd take Columbia. Scott, these big faves, I do not like this big faves, especially smaller school kind of big faves. Although I think Cornell, if you're giving me the 2 to cover here, I think Cornell would be more likely. Like I said, I got FDU in the chat. Have I bet MLB preseason? One game, it was the opener, and we had the Cubbies against the Dodgers. That was the only one I had. Just because college hoops had been going well until the last week here. So, but I'm not jumping in. I grabbed the Yankee under 93.5 this morning. I got a lot of totals, bunch of totals. We have, next week we get all the big conferences. Maybe on, it's crazy. It's like spring break and the kids are all off now. And we were going to go. I was going to take my wife and daughter to Vegas. My son doesn't want to go. He's a senior. He doesn't, he's rather stay home. And I'm trying to think, all right, maybe I could fly out tomorrow or Monday to Vegas. I'm just trying to work my shows I got to do, because I got to do a show at certain times every day. I mean, I can always switch around my midday money, but there's other channels I do that are kind of set you have to do. But for baseball, I'll just bring this up because if I don't end up flying out, which I'm at this rate, I don't know, a baseball preview show, I could do one on a Tuesday before the other tournaments really kind of kick off on Wednesday, right? Because we've got a lot of more. Now there's a lot of Tuesday games. We're going to have to kick back a big Major League Baseball show to maybe the next week, the 17th or 18th. I haven't jumped into preseason. I have to get into some player prop totals though, like some unders. Post a link, please. Lex, you're kidding me, right? Lex doesn't know how to work a search box. Scary. Scariness. Action Jackson. Kuniev. Action Jackson. I mentioned this guy, user EG was his name. But I got to bring up Action Jackson as well. Because Action Jackson commented on one game, one tournament, St. Mary's. That was his only pick in the $150 conference tournament contest. One pick. What happened, Action Jackson? You going to come back for next week's? Maybe you get involved in next week's. Scott, thoughts on Auburn, Alabama today? Auburn, I think. I'm off a loss. I know people are kind of down on them off that game. I don't know. Bama, they're going to give up 90 points here. What does this line up to now? I missed it was 7.5. What's it up to now? Grand Canyon over Abilene Christian. I like Northern Arizona. So Abilene, let's find some action. 7.5, is that still, you know what? I'm not even going to go to the board. I'm going to go to a regular, see if I can find it on the, I'm hoping it's a late game because I've started the back. But if, now I got to scan up. There it is. 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. That's 7.5, still 144. What do I have written down? Anything jumps out on this one here? What is this? I would lean Abilene now. I would lean to Abilene. 7.5 is out of my price range. Out of the price range. 2 days back-to-back parfaits for my guy Lex. He loves his Lex Leggers. Pirates under, Diamondbacks over. Yes, where is my baseball? Here we go. Got my baseball totals. So I have in Arizona over 85. Atlanta under 93.5. Cubbies over 86.5. Tigers over 83.5. Kansas City over 82.5. Minnesota under 83.5. Natties over 70.5. Mets under 91.5. And I just said the Yankees under the 93 for me. And there's the Sean Higgs YouTube. I put it in the chat there. The Cubbies won this $2 dogs preseason. Yes, they did. That's a Cubby. Right off the bat, I keep saying about the Dodgers, right? So I was going to take the Cubbies in game 1, and they won. I said come back in game 2. They won in game 2, but game 1 was the only one I had. I'm just very picky. Ended up passing on a lot of games. I don't feel. Yeah, Actually, but the contest is every tournament. You got to pick something in every tournament. I mean, you can't go 1-0 with a 1 seed and win with 1 point. You're not going to win. Hampton, the hamsters for King D. No, listen, I'm the same way. I'm not going to bet games on betting, but again, in a contest, you just kind of pick something. Scott says Kentucky Missouri opened at 171.5. There are only 18 points in the first half, about halfway through. Yeah, well, I took the over. I'm a loser. There. Terrible. Well, hopefully Missouri covers. I can just get a split. Good number on the Diamondbacks. Yeah, they're going to be good. I'll tell you what. I'll take a Burns Cy Young too. Marquette Live 117 on the money line. We'll see how that goes. I don't even know the scores of these games. I don't even know. Let's go here. What do we got score-wise? Marquette 11-10 Missouri. Unbelievable. I got to come in and buy off this game. I mean, it was just 153. It's just dropped to 150. I need to get a little higher. Needed to get a little higher on us. Now I got to wrap up this show. Get to work. Jays win total 78. Under. Jays are going to be trading, guys. Lady college basketball seemingly diminished. I don't know about that. It's I mean, for me, I guess as it diminished, I had a losing week. I don't know about that. You're gonna lose a couple. Gas Sushi. I mean, at least I am. I know I'm not gonna win every single game. Kex Leggers. That's you. It's in the chat. I don't know. I can't explain it to you. I mean, there's a whole. If you're in the live chat on the channel there's a big $sign. I don't know. Any thoughts on the Red Sox over win total? Yeah, yes, I like the Red Sox over. I think the Red Sox win the division. Orioles under. Yeah, they don't have pitching. I'll look for a Grayson Rodriguez win total over 11.5, 12 games for him. I think he's a good pitcher. But the Orioles as a whole, who's their staff? What are they doing? It's not good. Nick, have a good one. Maybe I'll see you tonight for the Look At Lines or tomorrow's show. Bro, I put it in here. What are you talking about? There's the link. There's the link to the Sean Higgs channel. Whew, scary. Lean in Duke, NC over. Yes. Do I get on this under here? I lost 20 points here because I got over 170 and the total's now 150. That's up to 153 now. Back down to 150. Nope. Geno to the Raiders. Yes. The Seattle Seahawks have just totally blown up the team. It's Sam Howell time. Yeah. I mean, he's writing in the live chat. I don't know. I mean, And the crazy thing is, I thought Lex was a subscriber already to the Sean Higgs page. You know, that's the weird part. No, he's not anymore. He is. If he, well, I know maybe it's not him because there's something called Lexicon. I think you see where Kentucky game is at half and bet that way. Yeah, it's not looking good. 151. How do you think Sam Darnold goes to Seattle? I thought he'd go to the Jets to be, to the Giants, to be honest with you. Seattle looks like a landing spot. I mean, it's crazy how Minnesota's going to be like, hey, I know you went 14-4, whatever the hell you did last year, but let's go to the rookie. I mean, even if the kid wins 10 games, it's a downgrade. Listen, Sam will get his money. Seattle looks like it's a good spot. Maybe, I mean, who knows? Maybe it goes to Tennessee. I don't know. Do not know. Happy about Raiders getting Geno, which shows you how bad the Raiders QB situation's been. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good stopgap. I think they have to draft a quarterback, but you have a veteran in there who could win games because where the hell are you going? You got Mahomes there. You got Knicks and Denver's on the rise up. You got the Chargers with their new coach in the second year. So if you're competitive a little bit, here's the thing, though. Do you want to be competitive with Geno for a year or two, even though you're getting a rookie quarterback this year, whoever you take in the draft? Like, would you rather tank and be bad for a higher pick? Or not tank, or just be bad? It has its pros and cons. I like that you get a veteran guy like Geno because whoever they take, if they take a quarterback in the first round, let him sit behind a guy like Geno. Geno's going to be like, hey, you know what, man? I know what it's like to sit and learn. And look at this. This is why I've been better as I've gotten older. So I think it's a good spot. Seahawks tank for Manning next year. Arch Manning. Who knows? I have no idea what the Seattle's. Lex finally figures out YouTube. Thank you, Lex. Geno and Pete reunited. Yeah, he made a pretty good offense there. There's Lex coming in. He figured it out. Thanks, Lex. Appreciate it. Moving on, Arkansas Live. Even money Arkansas. I don't even know what's going on there. So was that a pick up there? All right, this total is 153 now. It's juicy, minus 130. This guy is trying to get me here. Moneyline Markel's in house. NBA player props. I got one. And I think I posted it on the Sean Higgs channel as well there, San Francisco. Looking to back Bam, 14 to 16 rebounds from Moneyline Markel. Derek White over 3.5 threes. Pritchard over 2.5 threes from Scott. Raiders already look better compared to last year. Are we really going out on a limb here with that one, Action Jackson? Raiders, the Vikings every year they say our QB is taking a Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know. When's the last time the Raiders said their QB is taking a Super Bowl? Rich Gannon? AFC West is stacked. I mean, I'll just be happy with the 8-9 or 9-8 record. Yeah, if I'm a Raider fan, okay, you're going to be a little competitive with Geno, but I think that's more of a signing of we're going to draft a rookie, and I got a guy ahead of him who's been that route, Geno was a second-round pick for the Jets. He didn't really get a shot. He kind of bounced around, put up things. It's a good the mentorship. I know people don't think that's important or whatever. I don't know. I disagree. I think you should have a good guy ahead of you, a veteran guy, a steady guy. And I think Geno's like that. You're definitely late for the party because this party is ending. They're on the same team, goes against my rules. Need another one. Well, I got mine there in the chat for you. Need to hit points. So I don't know. Listen, rebounds, assists. If it gets you there, it gets you there. One of Raquel likes my play. I don't want Sanders kids, but I feel that's where they're going. Yeah, I'm not a Sanders guy, and they could say, "Oh, he's great." I don't need all the off the field nonsense. And the old man was great, Hall of Famer, fabulous. But you don't need that. You need that in Vegas. You need that whole act in Vegas. No, that's a disaster. That's a disaster. And I'm not wishing ill will on a kid have a bad career, but that's just not a spot you put a 20-year-old kid, 21-year-old kid. Yeah, I am going to get you. Besides the fact that he's already a multi-millionaire, he's probably worth more than some guys on the team already. We're going to drop him in Vegas. LeBron is going to score. I like the Celtics today, though. Even the Bears had a better season. Listen, I killed the Bears last year, Axel Jackson. I went on Sports Grid. I got a lot of hate. I had like 40 comments. I said they went under 5.5 wins this year. I like them. I think Detroit definitely takes a step backwards. If Minnesota goes with McCarthy, I think they take a step backwards. Green Bay, they're always there. I think the Bears have a shot. I might take a Bears to win the North. If they draft Shedeur, I guarantee his first check will be in a casino somewhere. I agree. I think it's just a bad spot there. I need the Warriors with the Raiders and the BS. The Giants living in mediocrity. The Warriors are right on home for a winner. You had them. You had them win already. It's past. All right. Canisius, Niagara, all plus points here. Canisius plus 12.5. Niagara plus 3.5. Siena plus 3.5. FDU plus 9.5. Campbell on the money line. VMI plus 10.5. New Hampshire plus 14.5. Kennesaw plus 4.5. Sacred Heart plus 4.5. Kansas minus the 6. There's a favorite for you, favorite people out there. Duke as well, minus 9.5. Binghamton plus 7. Sacramento State plus 4. These guys get millions of dollars. I mean, Cam Ward was getting $5 million last year from the Hurricanes. King D, have a good one. And also, we give a shout out to our guy Lex coming in with a $9.99 dono to the old Higster channel. Thank you so much, Lex, for coming in today. Everybody have a good one. Look headlines. I'll come back later on tonight. We'll talk about tomorrow's conference tournament games. Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.